Hello there, pirates. This video is just a little bit about how to build the Fangtooth. This is based on my brief experience on a closed preview server. So it's early thoughts on what I think it's going to work, and the targets will likely change from what I've seen. But I think that gives you a good path to build, and I'll even mention some things that I wouldn't put in right now, but probably will in the future if targets remain the same. So let's first take a look at the hull here. It has 25,000 armor points. It's the first time I see a ship that increases concussive range, so your torpedoes will gain 14% range and a lot of damage. It has very good and balanced explosive and concussive defense. This is supposed to be the skill hull, so it's not the super duper high defense ship. So you see there's only a little bit of ship deflection. If you drive this right, and it's not as hard to drive as the Hellwraith, you shouldn't really take damage or take much damage, although it's challenging to say the least. The nice feature about the Fangtooth is that it never surfaces, so you don't need to worry about the timer. You only have to worry about cloak efficiency, so the sonar from the enemies will not detect you too soon. Okay, it has a decent combat and turn speed. It's totally unreactive, so anything that could slow the ship or decrease its accuracy, it doesn't affect the Fangtooth. It has a very limited sonar range of 32, so when enemy ships are pretty much on top of you, you're going to detect them. Might need some special to buff that later. Repair time 2 hours and 31. It's okay-ish. A fleet of 5, it's going to be over 10 hours without adding any armor or just using charged armor. It has an aura. The aura does not help the Fangtooths or Fangteeth, I should say, but it actually affects the enemies. It's a hostile aura affecting ships. It has a long range of 97. Okay, it reduces concussive defense on the enemies by 10% for each aura. It's not 50% straight if you have 5 ships, because it's multiplicative, so you get to about 43-45% reduction. It also debuffs their combat speed, and it adds 1 second to their reload. Consider it's a duplicate of 5, but actually for now we will only have 4, and everybody should only build up to 4 of these, because we should wait for the flagship that hasn't been released yet. Let's now take a look at weapons. This raid we saw the new Delirium torpedo. It has a very low reload time of 4 seconds and high damage of 1750 that applies to both surface and underwater targets. It does not do building damage or wall damage, so it's not the torpedo you want to put on any of your Conqueror fleets or anything you're going to use to prep a base in PvP. So that's literally only against ships. Very good on the map if you want to sink some ships, just not really good at all against buildings. It has a small trigger chance of 0.3% of causing a psychotic break when equipped to the Fangtooth and when the enemy is within the Fangtooth's aura. Okay, that's pretty much going to paralyze the weapons on the enemy. The enemy will keep moving, but it's not going to fire for 3 seconds when that special effect happens. If you're not getting the torpedo but you have the ship, your second best option, but it's not a close second best, it's going to be a lot weaker, is the Charon torpedo. It has 1100 damage at R15, but it only reloads every 6 seconds, so it's a lot less when you consider that. I'm saying that's your second best option because this is an accuracy based weapon, and this raid will need accuracy based torpedoes. So things like the Fire Twister or the Mayhem will not be good options. I would really not advise you to use any of them, but you need the range, so really it's either the Styx, which is a lot heavy and does corrosive damage, or the Charon, which is lighter and the DPS gets somewhat closer to that. I wouldn't think you can do elite targets with Charons, but you can probably do the intermediate targets if you put them on your Fangtooth. But that's the right weapon, the Delirium Torpedo. So let's equip that one. It's a heavy weapon, okay, in the sense that once you load all the slots with it, it really won't leave you much space for anything else. Remember, on the skirmish raids, there's no need for any sort of countermeasures. There are no missiles, no rockets, nothing you can countermeasure. So just put all torpedoes in there, and that's all you can put because it's an underwater slot anyways. Now let's talk a bit about the specials. I'm favoring the Magnus Drive 2 and Ion Thrusters over Speed System 5. You could go Speed System 5 as you could go Hydraulic Resistors and gain some resistance, but I think the speed's gonna be really important, the overall maneuverability, and the Magnus Drive will also give you cloak efficiency, okay, and gives you a lot of speed. So right now there's a bug in the game, it doesn't show cloak efficiency here, but when we select the special and you look, here are the 60%. So it is applying, it's just not showing the stat block of the special. So I'm going with Magnus Drive and Ion Thruster. Your other options are Hydraulic Resistor or Speed System 5, but then you're going to need the special for cloak efficiency. Okay, so I'm going with these two. My third special selection is Guidance Scrambler 3. I'm not aware of anything in the targets that causes a stun or a slow effect, so there's no need for agility system. And this is an good old special that we have, and gives you the highest evade bonus when you have it at R15. I don't think agility 4 beats it. No, it just matches, so definitely Guidance Scrambler 3. So these are my three main specials. The fourth one is for defense. It's also a researchable one for now. It's Ablative Armor 3 for explosive defense. So that's going to bring your explosive defense really high into the mid 90s almost here. So now pretty much you have to work on concussive defense. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get to armor. For now, the other two good specials, if you got the new special from Raid, let's find it here. So the torpedo tubes, they give a very good boost for torpedo damage, and they also give reload, so that's definitely a special you want. The only downside of that special, it has a very long build time of over 2 days. Okay, so be careful when you equip it to your ship. You gotta have some shipyard time. Maybe you want to wait for FM tokens or something like that. And the other special I am selecting is for the torpedoes as well. It's from the last raid. So this one gives you extra projectile speed. The splash is useless, but it also gives a very good torpedo critical chance, 20% chance of doing twice the damage. So just for that stat and projectile speed, I'm gonna say this is a very good special to equip to your ship. So now you see, fully equipped like that, it's getting close to maximum weight already. So now you gotta be careful with the armor. Really, you cannot equip D5 CTs in here, despite that giving you extra deflection. I mean, you can put one and then that's it, you're at max weight. You cannot add anything else. Okay, so a better option is, if you didn't get charged armor, I suggest you go light. Maybe you go with D2 or D3 CT. I mean, let's take a look at D2. So you could go, let's see if you can, no, you can only put 2, even D2s you can only put 2 of them. Right, so then the other option is limited charged armor. So it's the C1 CT, it's light, It allows you to equip 3 of them here, maybe even a 4th. Let me check. No, you cannot put a 4th, it gets too heavy. So 3 it is, if you get that many. Right now you can only get 10, so for 4 ships you cannot put 3 per ship, but maybe that's as high as you need to go. Okay, or you want to put 2 CTs and 1 C1X. That's probably a better combo. Leaves you more exposed on the concussive side. Okay, at 76%. But you know, that would be a good final build. I don't think you can add anything else. Not even a D1X. Let me give it a try. It's gonna be too heavy. No, it's not. So yeah, you can do a D1X. And I would go all C1 CT if I had all of that. I don't. I only have 2 or 3 so far in this raid. Probably enough to put 1 per ship is what I'm gonna have, but ideally, if I had unlimited supply of charged armors, I would start with that configuration. And if you don't want to refit, then just put 1 of each, 1X, 1 CT, and leave the rest empty. And after we actually see the targets, we will adjust. So again, this is based on very short experience in preview. It's a 17-day build for me with the bonuses from R&D and Officer. You need 4 of those to have a full fleet, which I don't think it's doable by raid time. Okay, I suggest that first, of course, let me save that build first. So I just saved the build. What I suggest is, let me go back to my build mode. That's what I'm doing. Just 1 Havoc 1. So that keeps the build down to 4 days, and I'm trying to get, I'll certainly get 3 ships before VXP weekend. I'll try to squeeze in a 4th if I can get tokens. You know, but 3 are doable if you redeem the sub early in the raid, like on Friday, and you're redeeming all the tokens. Okay, so I hope that helps. That was the build. Let me go load it again so you see. Will be something like this. That's what I'm going with. High speed, high turn, good evade, accuracy based torpedoes, new special torpedo tubes, and sealed fire charge from last year. If you don't have torpedo tubes, there's one good alternative. Let me find it here for you. Here, it's the advanced concussive payload, gives you 50% concussive damage and 30% reload. So that is a good alternative. You cannot stack this one in the new special, but if you don't have that one, this is a good alternative. A third option is the strike warheads. It gives you 55% concussive damage, but no reload. So this would be the special options you could have. All right, stay frosty out there, enjoy. Hope you're having fun with the game. I know it's not always easy, but you know, I hope this video helps you build your Fangtooth. Take care everyone, bye bye.